you that don't know me, I'm Kelly Mosty, owner and founder of Kelly Counts Macros, known for my signature 8-week program, The Shred, which is open and you can register at kellycountsmacros.com. I am also known for my monthly membership, the Kelly Counts Macros Clubhouse. I take my busy clients from being frustrated and overwhelmed, not losing weight and not having the toned muscles, to losing weight to reveal the defined muscles. I like to keep it super simple. I love the acronym KISS. I like to keep everything simple, and I know my busy clients that lose the most weight like to as well. I want to welcome Kelly. Kelly, who stopped the weekend sabotage, is now super consistent. She had jaw-dropping results. Did you see her in that dress? While including desserts and pizzas and adult drinks. And during our weekly check-ins, we would walk through parties and birthdays and social events that included yummy foods and many social events along with travel. So I'll be honest, when I set up this interview with Kelly, I started to think about how far she's come, but I also started to think, oh my gosh, what if she would have told herself, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for the shred, I'm nowhere near ready for the shred, I don't have the money for the shred, I'm going on vacation during the shred, I'm just going to try this on my own. And where do you think she would be now? If she let all those justifications win in her brain. So no confidence, no defined muscles, no weight loss, smile not as big. I guarantee she would be frustrated, overwhelmed, obviously wasted time, right? Still putting all the energy into her family and her pets and work, putting everyone else first and feeling completely stuck. So, but she did sign up for the shred and macro counting with me, and her results were astounding. So enough for me. I know you want to hear from Kelly. So welcome, Kelly. Thank you for sharing your macro counting journey and your shred story. Tell us a little bit about you. Who are you and what do you do?
Yes. Thanks for having me. Well, my name is Kelly Newport. I am 51 years old. I've been married to my husband for 30 years this year. It's his 30th anniversary this year, so that's exciting. We have 3 children. We have a daughter and 2 sons, and my one son is married, and I am actually Gigi to my 4-month-old grandson. So that's super exciting. I've worked at the Women's Care Center for over 26 years, a variety of roles, and currently I am the director of the adoption agency at the center.
Super cool. Oh my gosh, awesome. I didn't realize that you worked there.
Yeah.
I think I interviewed there for ultrasound a long time ago. So, yes, you're busy. You have kids, you have a grandbaby, you have a busy job, so you were able to fit this in. What did your eating, your health, fitness, physique journey look like prior to counting macros? Maybe start with your bad habits, your younger years, and then leading into Kelly Counts Macros.
So some of my bad habits were stress eating, or even bored eating, like just sitting around and, watching TV and then like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry, but I'm really not, but I'm just bored, and then just eating. Or one thing I really learned too about portion size too, like my portion sizes were just eat whatever I want. And even horrible thinking too about, one of the things that I've really latched onto is an all or something. And, I would have an all or nothing. I'll start on Monday, and then, oh, well, I messed up, so I'll start the next Monday or something like that. Yeah.
It resonates with a lot of people, right? The all or nothing mentality. I'll start over on Monday. I'm stressed, so I'm just going to eat and not paying attention at all to portion sizes.
Exactly.
Eating chips right out of the bag or whatever it may be.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely.
What diets have you tried before?
Well, years and years ago, I tried like Slim Fast, which was ridiculous to think you can only have a shake in the morning and a shake at night and you'd be starving. I, oh, I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut out carbs, or I'm going to cut out sugar or something like that. Probably the diet that, I've tried the most would be South Beach, which I did have luck on years and years ago, but I think it was more about we were living with my in-laws at the time. And so my mother-in-law and I, we were cooking together, we were prepping food together. And then when we bought our house and moved out, like that support was gone. And so, it was me. I was prepping everything. I was planning everything. And so I think it worked because I had that accountability with her and the partnership, and we were doing it together.
Right. It wasn't the South Beach diet that was working. It was the accountability.
Exactly. Because when I tried to do the South Beach on my own, if anybody's done that, like the first 2 weeks are basically meat and vegetables. So you don't have any fruits, you don't have any bread, and you're just like white knuckling it.
Right.
And so when you say you can only white knuckle so long, it is true. You can only white knuckle so long.
That is the absolute truth. And that's what I see so much. Just going to white knuckle it. I'm not going to have any alcohol. Just going to white knuckle it. No sugar. Just going to white knuckle it. No carbs. And you don't really want to live that way because that's not living and it's not sustainable.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes. So what made you decide to try the shred? Try Kelly Counts Macros?
Well, I know Kayla, who won, I think, fall 2023, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I know her. So I saw her results. And then I think that leading up to the Super Bowl last year, 24, you did like an Instagram, tell me your favorite Super Bowl snack, $50 card. And so I kind of joined the community right about then. It was kind of like creeping and looking. And I actually won that card and saw the shred for the spring coming up. And I was like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? And then just what if it fails again? Or, what if it's just one more thing? So as it got closer and the shred was, spots are going, I started talking to Kayla and asking her some questions. I started messaging you and asking you some questions and told you my fears of, what if I fail? What if this doesn't work? And all you said was the only way to fail is if you quit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so then I was like, well, that's a lot of money. And then one day my husband walked in and saw that I was looking and I started telling him about it. And he was just like, I think you should do it. I was like, okay. And I don't know, that was just not that I needed his permission, but that was just the one thing, like he just said, I think you should do it.
Yes.
And so I was like, okay. And I signed up before I could like talk myself out of it or second. I mean, he even said, well, it's a lot of money. And he's like, that's all right. Look at it this way. Like if we were going to get gym memberships and if it would be the same over the year, I was like, okay. And so I signed up.
Yes. Yes. I think so many people spend that money on gym memberships when nutrition moves the needle the most. I'm the same way. I hem and I haw until my husband's like, just do it. Yeah. Just do it. And then also, hearing Kayla's story, seeing hers. So you sharing yours is going to change somebody's life too, for sure. Yeah. Oh, I love that. So tell us about your results. How much have you lost? How many inches? How many pounds?
I lost 42 pounds as of today. I've lost over 27 inches. I hadn't done my measurements in a while, and I know in our check-ins you were like, you need to do measurements, and so I tried to make that a priority over the holidays. And so I hadn't done it since like August. So when I started, I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it when I was doing the measurements again, and what a difference.
Yes. 42 pounds. When you think if you put 42 pounds of ground beef into your grocery cart, first off, take a look at that, how much that is, push that cart, or strap those 1 pound ground beef all over it. Like that's what you were carrying around. It's just a huge accomplishment. So share your non-scale victories.
I just feel better in general. I feel stronger. I've had to get new clothes, which kind of, I guess, good and bad, because then you got to pay for the money. But
right.
And even seeing people over the holidays I hadn't seen in a while, and they're just like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? Where did you go? And just getting to share, well, what are you doing? And getting to share what I'm doing. And no, I'm not restricting necessarily. I'm doing protein and calorie deficit and, and even at the beginning, like when I go to like family, they're like, well, do you need me to make you something special? And I'm like, no, I will eat whatever you have, it's fine.
Yes.
So I just getting to share that you can eat regular food. And
I love that you share that because people think that they have to eat differently.
Yeah.
And, you know, you may ask, what are you having? But you're not going to, you know, they don't need to make anything special for you. It's all about portion control. It's a plan and it's portion control, and you can have it all. So I love that you share that. She has also, what she didn't mention, has gotten so much stronger. Like, definitely you're able to do more with your workouts.
Yes. I've shared this. I went back, I'm doing iron again. We did iron the spring shred last year. So I really did like that. I didn't think I would, and I didn't start out, and I'm like, well, I didn't like what I was doing. So I'm like, let me start this. And I loved it. And so I'm back to doing iron, and I'm just upping my weights when I can. So, you know, when I started iron last April, you know, I 2-pound weights, my 5-pound weights, you know, and I'm up to using 10 or even 15 on some of the like maybe leg type things. But just trying to up my weights where I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Strong and lean. Oh my gosh. I love it. So what is one takeaway that you would want anybody listening to absorb that is on the fence about joining the shred? Perhaps they're hemming and hawing, think that they don't have time. You know, a lot of people struggle during COVID. They're still, you know, dealing with that. Maybe they have a vacation. They can't run, so they feel lost. They don't know what to do because their body's not cooperating, you know, hormones, thyroid, all the things.
Right.
Can't stay motivated. So what would you tell them?
Well, I'll just say what my husband said to me. Just do it. I think you should just do it.
Yes.
And give yourself the grace to learn. You know, I remember the first couple of weeks, I was a little discouraged, like, okay, nothing's happening, but I was still learning, like learning how to use the app, learning how to because that was the one thing I learned too, like, holy cow, I was not eating anywhere near enough protein, not even close. And so just giving yourself the grace to learn. And the only way you're going to fail is if you quit. And
exactly.
I just have found this is something that's sustainable. Like, I can do this for my life because you're eating foods and you're not cutting out that donut if you want to have the donut. You just got to track it and plan for it.
Right. Right.
It's sustainable to me.
Yes. So Nike had it right. Just do it. That's what your husband said.
Yeah.
And giving yourself the grace.
Yeah. And I've talked with like other club mates that I've seen and things like that. And we've said the same thing to each other. Like, I wish I would have done this sooner, or this was like the best decision I've ever made in my life, you know, to do this, and it's sustainable and I can keep doing this for my life.
Yes. When they say it's life, you know, changing, it's a game changer, it's sustainable, it's absolutely the truth. Well, perhaps you can relate to Kelly. Give her some love, give her a muscle emoji in the comments. She deserves it. If you found her story relatable, so much of it was. If you are self-sabotaging every weekend, come join us in the shred. If you want that belly fat and that belly fluff gone once and for all, let's get rid of those muffin tops. So let me explain to you what the shred is for people that don't know. So the shred program, it's 8 weeks to get that flat belly and those toned muscles that you desire by March 20th. Doors are open. Doors close Tuesday. I'm nearing capacity, so please don't delay. This is the last, I want to say this, the last shred to rock that spring bikini, because a lot of us get to spring and then they want to rock the bikini and haven't done anything about it. So we start next Thursday. The shred runs January 23rd to March 20th. You can snap that after photo before you eat that Easter ham, feel confident with your family at graduation, or go on that spring vacation, or attend maybe that wedding. So the shred includes custom macros with the option for weekend macros. People like Jess, Trisha, Stacy, Kelly, they want more freedom and flexibility on Friday and Saturday, maybe to enjoy some wine or pizza or ice cream with their kids. 30-minute workouts that can be accessed anytime from anywhere, or you can just aim to hit 10,000 steps. Lisa, one of my clients, never stepped foot in the gym. She worked from home, 2 kids. She walked and she counted her macros, losing over 50 pounds. The consistency calendar, this is the biggest struggle I see, is being consistent. So we use that. Easy to track items in My Macros Plus. Weekly live coaching calls, they are recorded. So even if you can't attend, you can watch the replay. Weekly weigh-ins, check-ins by me. There's a no-fail policy. Simple grocery list. You can just print it off and take to the store. Family-friendly recipes. Nobody wants to be making separate meals for your kiddos. Sample weekly meal plan, a sample. Instead of saying like, what do I make? How do I do this? You have an accountability partner or buddy that will be assigned to you so you won't let them down. I know sometimes we'll let ourselves down, but I know we won't let a partner down. Private Facebook group with only Shred members. It's only us in there. Private coaching via instant messenger. I know you've tried it all. Maybe it's been Ozempic, Weight Watchers, South Beach, Keto, Whole30, Paleo, all the things, right? And you're tired of wasting your money, afraid of failure. With me in your back pocket, you will not fail. Huge accountability in the group as well. They will not let you fail. So fun events and games and swag and 500 grand prize winner, right? So register at kellycountsmacros.com. Get in the shred. That will give you the spring body. Thank you, Kelly. You are the best role model for your family. You're an inspiration to all the moms and the women out there that want to include fun foods, eat cake, and rock a formal dress like you do. Man, when I saw that, all I could think of was like fire emojis, like firing off in my head. You looked amazing. I've seen your confidence skyrocket and you're comfortable in your own skin. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Bye-bye.